Hello ladies and gentlemen, dear followers of Burundi National Television. Welcome to the English edition headlines. Burundian President Evariste Ndayishimiye, speaking in his corporate series as the first Vice President of the African Union, emphasized the vital role ocean play in daily life, like providing fresh air, food, and serving as key routes for global trade. He made these remarks on this Monday during the opening of the 50th United Nations Ocean Conference, currently underway in Nice, France. According to provisional results published this Tuesday, June 10th, by the Provincial Electoral Commissions, the CNDD-FDD party won the municipal council elections with the score of over 95%. According to these results, the Iplona party came in second, followed by the CNL party, which occupies the third place. Welcome, dear viewers, to details. As I informed you in headline, Burundian President Evariste Ndayishimiye, speaking in his capacity as the first Vice President of the African Union, emphasized the vital role ocean play in daily life, providing fresh air, food, and serving as key route for global trade. He made these remarks on this Monday during the opening of the 5th United Nations Ocean Conference, currently underway in Nice, France. It is a report of our special envoy Jonas Ndikumuremyi, translated by Evariste Nyonkuru.
The third United Nations Ocean Conference is currently underway in Nice, a city on the southern coast of France along the Mediterranean Sea. Over 50 heads of state and the government, alongside researchers and environmentalists, have convened to discuss strategies and make decisions aiming at protecting ocean biodiversity. In his opening address, French President Emmanuel Macron expressed the confidence that the treaty designed to safeguard oceans and lakes will be signed. He noted that 50 out of the required 60 countries have already ratified the treaty, with an additional 15 having requested to do so. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres highlighted the alarming trend of environmental degradation, stating that humanity is cheating the oceans. He called for immediate action to protect marine ecosystems. Representing the African Union, Burundian head of state Evariste Ndayishimiye delivered a speech on the behalf of the AU chairperson, the president of Angola. He emphasized the vital role oceans play in sustaining life, providing fresh air, food, and other resources. President Ndayishimiye pointed out that Africa, surrounded by the Atlantic and Indian Oceans, as well as numerous seas, faces significant environmental challenges. To address these issues, Africa has implemented a vision for a sustainable and resilient blue economy aimed at protecting ecosystems and enhancing food security. This vision is encapsulated in the Agenda 2063 and the African Blue Economy Strategy. Notably, Africa is home to Lake Tanganyika, the world's second deepest lake, which holds significant importance for the surrounding countries. The conference, organized by the United Nations, is set to conclude on 13 June. Previous conferences were held in New York City in 2017 and in Lisbon in 2022.
Always still on this news, signing yesterday by certain representative for United Nations member governments of the treaty on the conservation and the use of marine biodiversity of areas beyond the national jurisdiction high seas. The treaty was signed on the sidelines of the third United Nations Ocean Conference, which brought together heads of state and government in Nice, France. And page health now, Burundi is reaching a crucial milestone, the fight against the childhood heart disease, thanks to the international collaboration and a strong commitment at the highest levels demonstrated by the First Lady's Good Action Umugiraneza Foundation. An innovative surgical center is taking shape this Tuesday. A visit to the Kamenge Military Hospital revealed promising progress for children whose lives have been turned upside down. And as I informed you in the headline, the CP Bujumbura, here in Bujumbura this Tuesday, the provisional results of the June 5th municipal elections, the CNDD-FDD party came in first with more than 95 seats. The Iprona party, who won 2 seats, while the CNL party won just one. And also, being still here in Buhumuza province, the Sendedevdede party has been the first. And now Burundian and the foreigners whose cases have not been closed by the National Commission for Land and Other Properties (Entebbe) or by the Special Court for Land and Other Property are urged to continue the process at the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. The Minister of Justice, Domine Banyangimbona, stated this on this Tuesday during a handover and a takeover by the Ministry of Justice and the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of court cases whose processing has not been completed by the Entebbe and CSTB. ADC Orokamkama has more.
The committee in charge of resolving land-related conflicts and other properties contract took an end in 2020. Its unfinished files were transferred to the Land and Other Properties Special Court, CSTB, and the latest contract finished on 12 March 2025. BAF Entebbe and its Special Court, CSTB, duties were handed over then to CVR, the Truth and Reconciliation Committee. This Tuesday, the Ministry of Justice was handing over to the Truth and Reconciliation Committee unfinished trials of lands and other properties that Entebbe and the CSTB didn't finish. The Minister of Justice has then called on people who still want to continue their land and other properties trials to go ahead, especially properties spoliated during war times that Burundi passed through. The CVL will then continue proceeding with other litigants whose properties were spoliated from 1985 up to 2008. It will do its investigations so to check the fairness of the litigants and to make its verdict according to justice. Note again that the CVL has got new representative staff in the new 5 provinces so to help the litigants.
War news now. In a significant escalation of tension, Israel authorities have detained a prominent activist in Lud to Gaza, raising concerns over freedom of movement and the ongoing humanitarian crisis in the region. The activist, known for the outspoken advocacy for Palestinian rights, was apprehended at a border crossing, sparking outrage among human rights organizations and supporters who urge that such actions stifle decent and hinder efforts to address their conditions faced by Gazans. Take a listen.
This security camera footage released by the Freedom Flotilla Coalition shows the activists on board the Madeleine being arrested and ordered to hand over phones and sensitive devices. The Israeli military intercepted the vessel, which was attempting to bring a symbolic amount of aid to Gaza in the eastern Mediterranean, and escorted the activists to the Israeli port of Ashdod. An earlier video released by Israel's foreign ministry purported to show the Israeli Navy giving an order to the yacht to divert.
The maritime zone of the coast of Gaza is closed to naval traffic as part of a regional naval blockade.
Israeli officials said the 12 crew, which included Greta Thunberg and French MEP Rima Hassan, would be deported. Defence Minister Israel Katz also instructed the military to force the activists to watch footage of the October 7th attacks by Hamas. The Freedom Flotilla Coalition, which organised the sailing, said the activists were kidnapped by Israeli forces. The British-flagged yacht had set sail from Sicily on June 6th in a bid to defy an Israeli naval blockade of Gaza. The Israeli Foreign Ministry dismissed the sailing as a provocation and said it would distribute the aid itself.
There are ways to deliver aid to the Gaza Strip. They do not involve Instagram selfies. The tiny amount of aid that was on the yacht and not consumed by the celebrities will be transferred to Gaza through real humanitarian channels.
Israel is facing growing international condemnation over the humanitarian crisis in Gaza after imposing an 11-week total blockade, which it says was needed to pressure Hamas. Israel began allowing some aid into Gaza last month. But aid organisations say Israel must let in more supplies in order to avert mass starvation in the.
Thank you, dear followers, for keen attention. This is the end of our news edition. Keep watching our program. I'm really going to miss you.